Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with Country Cody. What's up, man?
What's going on, Larry? How you been, dog?
Man, you know the vibes, man. We just chilling and vibe.
Yes, sir. Ain't nothing like chilling and vibing, man. Let's go.
But yeah. So Country Cody, man, where you from?
I'm from Tampa, Florida. Yes, sir. Born and raised. I even got a tattoo that says born and raised, like the baseball team raised.
Oh man, you a Florida boy.
Yes, sir. I am. I am. But all my family's from Indiana, so I went back and forth a lot, but I am born in Tampa and pretty much raised here. So more on the outskirts of Tampa though. Not like, Tampa's known for a lot of things, but Tampa's a dope city, man. It's cool. You could go to the beach in an hour. You could be in the country in an hour. You could be doing a lot of things at the same time. Florida's a rare state, man. I love it.
So I'm assuming you're a Tampa Bay fan.
Hmm.
Buccaneers.
Tampa, baby, yeah, dog. I'm all about them Bucks, Lightning. All right, but yeah, born and raised, baby. Tampa is my spot. Um, my grandpa lived here when he was a kid. He worked in Ybor City. My great grandma went to Hillsborough High. Like I said, about the roots are here. My mom lived here, moved here when she was 18, and she worked at Busch Gardens, and it's just it's where I'm from, man. Let me sip my shit a little bit.
So you a Tom Brady fan.
I was until he came to the Bucks. Actually, I did. My first album was called Target Practice, and if you listen to the intro on that, it's called The Wave. I do something in the end of the intro, and I kind of fade out, so the track just slowly turns down. Something I always want to do on the track, and if you hear the end, I said, "Fuck it, we got Tom Brady on the Bucks. Y'all ain't fucking with us, Tampa bitch." Yeah, so he came to our city, and brought us a Super Bowl, though. So it's like, how can you hate on that, man? He's the goat.
It's crazy, man, because I was just in Tampa a few years ago, and it's crazy me and you talking now because I met Tom Brady, man.
Did you?
Yeah, I shook his hand, went on stage with him, and all.
When? Dang. When was that?
It was about 2 years ago, man. He had an event out there. It was right there in the Bay Area. I forgot the name of the place, but it was part of his NFT collection. And so me and a few other people. It was like, man, it was like 100 people out there, but it was dope, man. Tom was out there. Leonard Fournette, Grunt, he was out there. You know, Grunt gonna be wherever Tom at.
Oh yeah,
So Grunt was out there. It was dope though.
yeah. It wasn't on the boat parade.
Nah, it wasn't on the boat parade, but
He
it's crazy how y'all got that goddamn river though, man. Like
yeah,
y'all
it runs
paint the whole river
right
green. It
through
was in
Hillsborough.
St. Patrick.
Yep, Hillsborough River runs right through downtown. You can go get some food right on Rich on the River right after, man. Yeah, it's the only thing that sucks is the Rays play in St. Pete. Besides that, you got the Lightning right there, you got the Bucks right here. But to go see a Rays game, you got to cross the bridge. But it's all good. I mean, it's still in the Bay. It's just I don't know if it'll ever leave St. Pete. That's the only thing. But besides that stadium got tore up in the damn hurricane. The roof got
For
ripped off.
real?
Yeah, yep. So they've been talking about having to play at Legends Field. That's the Yankee spring training. But we'll see, man. St. Pete don't want to let them go. They don't want to build
Dang.
nothing either, but then they don't want to let them go. But yeah,
That's one thing about staying down there in Florida, man. How is it, you knowing that hurricanes come that way often? Like, how do
yeah,
y'all prepare?
yeah.
Or y'all just used to it?
There's the season. So what you should do. I mean, we don't all do it, but what you should do is in the off season, load up on. I mean, you're not really supposed to just have gas sitting in a damn container all year, type shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you know hurricane season's a few months away, it's always good to get a tank of gas, have it chilling. Some people load up on like canned foods and shit. I don't really do that because I'm not. I mean, for me to eat some shit like that, like I gotta be fucking starving to. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm gonna crank up the grill. I'm still gonna have a cooler full of ice. I just load up the essentials: charcoal, propane, that kind of stuff. Like if you ever catch me on my stories and shit like that, I'm always smoking. I'm always on the smoker out there. So when the power does go out for us, it's like we'll crank on the generator usually and get the refrigerator going, but I crank up the grill right when the power goes out because I'm taking what's in the fridge, about to cook it. I'm taking what's in the freezer and letting it sit. Obviously, don't even open the freezer because it'll stay colder longer. But we got a little routine, man. When you've been through a lot of storms, you just get used to it. Where I'm at right now, I was living in Plant City. I had a house out there for a few years. I ended up selling it and moved in with a buddy of mine. He had 2 extra rooms. So one of the rooms I'm in right now is my studio, and this is the studio I'm in right now. That's where I record, and the other room's my bedroom. But we've been through it, man. Like since I moved in here, he tends to lose power like right when the damn storm hits, and there's neighbor got trees, limbs be falling, breaking the fucking power lines and shit. So we kind of got a good routine of what to do when the shit happens, when the shit hits the fan. But it's not that big of a deal, man. Load your guns and get to cooking, drink your beer, and that's what it is, man. But people do get fucked up, man. Like right down the street, 2 houses right down the street. A tree fell right through their house. You know what I mean? I'm hoping everybody was all right. I didn't hear nothing, but and 2 years ago that happened, and that house just got rebuilt. Luckily, that house didn't get messed up. But yeah, I mean, it'll total your whole house. Because where I'm living, there's a lot of old oak trees and shit. So just gotta just gotta be ready, man. Prepare for the worst.
Yeah, man. Them storms, man. Like in South Carolina, man. When we get storms,
That's
we rarely get them. Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah,
but when we get them, though, what I'm saying, like I be trying to be prepared because you never know, man. And like how you say, like I remember we had a bad storm one year, and like that charcoal grill, man. Shoot, let me throw some chicken on there. We ain't got no lights, but we gonna eat.
bro. Some of our storms come hit y'all too.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't get me wrong. Once it's past us, I'm kind of like, it's gone now. Now it's cleanup time. But I do keep an eye. And sometimes I see they go through the Carolinas. Georgia gets hit a lot. I
oh,
mean,
yeah,
New Orleans. I mean, Louisiana in general has been hit. Texas gets really anybody in that Gulf because that's what it is, man. It's that time of year and the water temperature and all that stuff. And just that combination, and it keeps getting worse. That's what worries me.
yeah, man.
The hurricanes are worse, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
So,
do?
Country Cody, man, how did you get into music?
I've been writing rhymes since I was probably 10 years old, to be honest with you. Excuse me. So yeah, I started. Let me think here. One of the first albums I ever even got my hands on, probably like I think my buddy's brother gave me a Tupac album, and I was jamming that for a little bit, and then I heard some up north shit, some Mace, heard some stuff like that, and it was just like different. And I started just writing rhymes, man. And like I said, I was probably about 10 years old. And then from there, I started freestyling on my own and just walking around freestyling. I met my boy Prime. We're still like best friends to this day. And he was kind of on the same shit. He's like, "Oh, you can rap." But I think we were in like fifth grade, dude. And we started rapping and it just kept going. And we ended up meeting some other folks that were a lot older than us and were actually doing this music shit. Next thing you know, we're like 10, 11 years old in the studio. And they're like, "All right, go ahead, freestyle." And we were just freestyling and fucking around, and then we take that and go to school and rap battle anybody that wanted to battle or whatever. It didn't matter who it was, and before you know it, man, I didn't, I wish I took it more serious when I was younger. That's one thing I regret. I kind of got in high school and it went down the whole sports lane and all that, and I wish I just focused more on just music. But you can't get back time, you can't redo shit, and in the end, it works out how it works out. But I was just always known as that cat when you go to a party, man. I'm there freestyling, I'm there drinking, rapping. Like once I get going, it's hard to stop. And but yeah, and then like I said, though, when we was kids, we actually met, Cat Coleon, and Coleon was rapping. He was working on his own album at the time. He was from Plant City, and I've looked up to him for many years since I was a kid. I've learned a lot from him, and he is one part of the Justice League, 3-time Grammy Award winners. Um, they've done records for Drake. I think they won their couple Grammys with Mary J. Blige and stuff like that. Big records with Rick Ross, Aston Martin Music. Justice League is a huge production company, and Rook. I've learned a lot from Rook as well. He's the other half of the Justice League. But I met Coley when I was like 10 years old. He was one of the ones that was kind of there. And the dude, he was working at the studio, and that the cat that owned the studio is who we met in the neighborhood. And he's like, come to my studio one day. So we'd skip school and go over to the studio and get stoned. And then next thing you know, we're in there just like, all right, what you got? And we were just freestyling. We'd break out our notepads and we was just rapping, just, trying out new shit. And it's cool because me and Prime kept that relationship with Coley. And over the years, it's led to Badass White Boy, the most recent video I dropped on YouTube. Actually, Badass White Boy was produced by the Justice League. There's a whole story behind that because Badass White Boy was Coleone's record back in the day. Not the same record. I mean, I didn't like steal it from him, nothing like that, obviously. But he came out with a record called Badass White Boy fucking like 15 years ago. And probably longer than that. I mean, when I was a kid, I'm 34 years old now. I mean, this record probably came out when I was like 11 or 12 years old. And it was all around the Bay, buzzing all around the Bay. I'm a badass white boy, roll around in that big old truck. He was still making beats, producing and stuff like that. But this is when he was rapping himself. And it was the song, man. And then he went more into the production and stuff like that. And then the Justice League formed. And years went by, and I stayed tight with him, and he finally sent me a beat, and he's like, "Yo, I got a beat for you." And this was, this year, and he sent me a beat, and what do you think was the first thing that came to mind? I'm a badass white boy. So I kind of did it. Was not even necessarily a remix, but it was just my version of Badass White Boy. And if you watch the video on YouTube, Coley's all in it, and we had a good time shooting that one. And he actually helped mix and master it and everything like that. And yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be on the Justice League beat. That's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid, man. And so that's how that came about.
So how does it feel, man, being connected to, a three-time Grammy winner producer?
it's it's dope, bro. But like I said, he's a homeboy of mine. He's a friend. So I'm not saying I forget that when I'm hanging out with him, but when you actually are friends with somebody, you do kind of forget it. You know what I mean? Until something reminds you that, oh yeah, he don't have to go to work tomorrow. His work is getting up and working on music. That is his work. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But besides that, that's my brother, though. That's a good friend of mine. But it's just motivation. It proves that if you take this shit serious and you really keep grinding, like the best advice some people will give you is not the ins and outs. It's more just keep grinding. Just keep grinding. Just keep grinding. Because when you keep grinding, you keep shooting videos, you keep doing features, you keep jumping in there, working on the album, doing a photo shoot, shooting another video, whatever. You know what I mean? When you just keep grinding, shit just keeps happening. And it's gonna start this effect that you cannot stop, dog. And that is in the end, that some of the best advice I ever got was just, dog, just keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, but do it more, do it better, keep going harder. You know what I mean? So staying focused and staying motivated is tough sometimes, especially when you're working 9 to 5, and it's hard. I know it. So finding the key to staying motivated is very important. But besides that, yeah, no, it's a blessing hanging out with Coley, man. Every time I go over to his crib, we're working on music. He might be a producer, but he's in there cutting his own shit up all the time, man. He's a beast, dog. I'm over here sleeping in on a Saturday. He's already knocked out 3 records. I come over like, damn, did these shit this morning. Oh, bro, he works fast. He works quick. And it's just motivation all the time. When you're around him, you almost feel lazy. You're like, damn, I haven't done shit today. This man knocked out 3 records. He's like, what's up? You want to jump on one? Get on one. Write a verse. Boom, let's go. It's a process, man. I love working with them. I actually, like I said, my boy Prime, he was living in Atlanta with the Justice League. He was signed with them for many years. And I used to go up there when I was probably like 24 or something like that, 25. And I'd go up there to Atlanta, drive up there and hang out. And that's where Rook, Coley, and Prime was all in the same house. And I mean, it's just a house of music. It was a house of music. You know what I mean? Basement has studios in it. Upstairs, there's music going on. Mid floor, there's music going on. Man, wherever you went, you could turn a corner. There's an artist in there that's working on something. Cody, can you put a verse on this? You got any ideas? Boom. I might be singing a hook on one track. I might be, you know what I mean? It's just motivation when you see people take it to that next level. It's
Yeah.
a whole realm, dog. It's not just sitting here cutting. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but when you live and that's what you do is music. That's your life. It's different than a hobby. That's kind of how I want shit to be eventually.
So that writing process, man, like how that come, you know what I'm saying? What you write about? Stuff you've been through or it just random?
No, it's all about stuff I've been through. Don't get me wrong, man. When I was a kid, I'd rap about whatever, and I'm still to this day. Don't get me wrong. I rap about what if it's a dope ass rhyme that goes together. But in the end of the day, I don't really have like a writing process. I don't sit down and say, "Hey, tonight I want to write about getting drunk at a bar," or I want to write about driving fast in my car. Not like that. I just sit down and listen to the beat. And from there, I think it's what you've been through. You might have had a rough day at work. You might have just got yelled at by your girlfriend. You might have just got into it with your homeboy or some shit. Like, it's all about what you've been through that day, and that's gonna come out on that record. You know what I mean? Or you might just hear the beat and be like, man, I ain't even trying to rap on this happy ass beat right now because I'm in a mood to fuck shit up. I wanna spit. I wanna spit some bars. I wanna be a little rude on this one. You know what I mean? And I think that's for me, it's what I've been through. It's if I had a rough day, you're gonna hear it. If I've had a good day and I'm happy and I got a little buzz on or some shit like that, you will hear that as well. And and you got to shoot your shots in the gym though too. Every record you sit down and record ain't gonna be the one, and you can't think like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people just think because they spend time on this record, that's the record. No, you can spend time on a record and don't mean shit. That record ain't shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ain't meant to be. It might sound good right then and there because you're going through it, and that's the record. But I get back to the question. I don't really have a writing process. I just love writing music. Not even just necessarily rap. I sing a lot. I write a lot of songs that I don't even know if I'm gonna sing them. Sometimes I write songs and I'll reach out to singers, country singers, male, female, whatever, and say, "Hey, man, you might want to sing this shit." I mean, I'll sing it, but I think you might sound better. And it's just what comes to mind and what sounds good on that particular beat. I'm blessed to have a lot of buddies and a lot of not just producer people that I know, but I also have producers that I know. But I also have a lot of friends that are producers and will bless me with beats and just say, "Country, check this out, blah blah." Blah. And from there, you just ideas just get the flowing, dog. Like I just cut a record last night. Hit me up on TikTok, and he's a DJ, but he's also an engineer. I think he also is a producer, and he sent me a beat and sent me 3 beats, and one of them I started singing to immediately, and I was like, oh, and I cut a hook last night to it, and I like working like that. That let's go. You know what I mean?
Your song Heartbroken featuring Seth Anthony. How did that
Nah,
came about?
it's the other way around. I'm not gonna say I gave that record to him, but that's Seth Anthony featuring me technically. That's a song I wrote. Seth's a cool ass dude. He's helped me out a long way on my journey. I met him when I was, you know, kind of in a weird spot, and he just kind of took me on his wing a little bit, and was like, "Yo, you could open up for me. What's up? I'm going to, I'm going to Georgia. I'm doing shows here and there. What's up? You want to open up?" And that was right when COVID was hitting and shit like that, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll open up. Let's go." And I'd go open up for him, and he kind of teach me along the way. Hey man, next time do this, talk to the crowd more, whatever shit you need to know about live performances. And I was nervous. I mean, the dude had a big name. He still has a huge name. He keeps growing, and I didn't really think we were gonna get on a record together. I thought I was just gonna kind of keep opening up for him and stuff like that. And I'm in the studio session up, and I was like, "Yo, I'm over here working. I live right down the street." So he came through, and I'm just blessed that I was working on this particular record at the time because it was more of a singing slow record that I didn't even know I was gonna do it. You know what I mean? I think I was even talking to Prime, and I was like, "Man, I might work on this record, but this is more rap shit. I could cut this real quick, or I might work on this record. This is more singing, and it's gonna take more time." He said, "Well, work on the one that's gonna take more time." I was like, "All right, yeah, well, I'm working on this one then." And then boom, next thing you know, Seth hit me back. He's like, "Yo, you still at the studio?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be here working all day." I was with my dog James at Executive Sounds over there in Clearwater. So Seth came in there, heard what I was working on. He was like, "Yo, let me jump on it and put my touches on it." And boom, next thing you know, it's heartbroken. And I didn't really have much going at the time, so I was like, "Why don't you make it your song and make it, Seth Anthony featuring Country Cody?" We shot a badass video to it, and that's it. And a lot of people love that song, man. It's
Yeah.
one of those songs I didn't even think it was gonna. I mean, it just one of those things like you just said. What's your writing process? It was a slow beat. I don't even think I bought the damn beat. And I think we had to immediately buy the beat off the producer. Seth was familiar with the producer, and he just helped me out a lot. And he was, he liked where I was going with it. He kind of took it to that next level.
Yeah, man. Y'all got 1.7 million views right now.
Yeah, yeah, that's just on the video on YouTube. I mean, the streams. I don't even know where that's at.
Yeah. So like, how does it feel, man? You know what I'm saying? Seeing that millions of people viewing something that you created.
Crazy, man, crazy. Like I said, I get caught up a lot working and 9 to 5 and shit, and then you see something like that, and you see these views, and you're like, whoa, it's bigger than some other shit I got going on here. I mean, don't get me wrong, bills got to get paid, but it's mind blowing, dog. I forget how big that record is, and it just motivates the shit out of me and just makes me want to cut another record and cut another record and do something different. And it's all about being different. And that song, when I started writing that song, I was obviously going through a really bad breakup. I mean, let's be honest, that's what the song's all about. And I was going through it bad, man. And I don't normally sing like that. It was kind of like a crybaby singing, but it sounded right. I liked it. I thought it went good. Seth hears it and says, "Fuck that! This shit sounds great. Let's take it to the next level. Let's go with it. Let's go with it." And that's exactly what we did. And
So
you
with
know,
that song though, was it like something personal you went through, or it was just
yeah, yeah.
something you?
I was good, man. Yeah, I was going through. I went through a bad breakup, and I was heartbroken. And that just came to mind when I heard that beat. I don't know. It was one of those beats. It was airy and just slow, and it wasn't something I'm like. I'm not trying to rap fast on a beat like that. I don't even know how I even heard the beat. I don't know if that producer sent it to me. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Not only was it that long ago, but I don't really think I had connects to that producer. But somehow I heard it, and it just. I'm a writer. I'm a songwriter. I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, if I could just sit back and write songs, I'm happy. I don't even need to be the face of this shit. I've always thought like that. Like if I could just be a ghostwriter, just chill the back and write rhymes, I'm happy as long as I get my check. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it don't work out like that unless depends who you know and what you're writing. But so I love writing music. Writing music is something I will always do. It's not like I'm doing this right now because I like doing it and I'm gonna stop doing it. No, I will forever write music, and that's just something I love doing. So when I heard that beat, I just kind of obviously was going through some shit, and just my heart broken. Maybe love just ain't me, and that just kept going with that. Like I said, I think Seth just heard that and said, "Fuck it, man, let's take this shit to the next level." Yeah, because it changed my whole career as an artist.
And you know
Even
what's
before,
crazy though?
what's up?
I said, you know what's crazy is I went through a heartbroken, man. I got cheated on by this female. So like when I heard that song, I was like, damn, man. That right there, it hit me. I was like, man, like the lyrics you wrote, like it really hit me, man, because I went through that. Being in love with a female and you know what I'm saying, things didn't work out. I was heartbroken, for real, for real.
I think if you could write songs that actually like that, you're doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like, not trying to, you know, toot my own horn. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, that is the goal: is to write songs that actually people can hear and be like, damn, replay. I want to hear that again because maybe they're not going through it, but they've been through it and they know what they're going through. It's like that's the difference from just writing some bullshit that you're just talking to actually talking about what you're going through and shit like that. And it's time and place. It's a producer might send me a beat. He might be a dope ass producer, but he might hype ass beat tonight where I'm not really trying to rap like that. You know what I'm saying? Or sing like that. And I think it's just all about the atmosphere and what you're going through at that time. And
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I just recently, I mean, it been by about like a year now, but I went through that, man. You know, I still feeling it a little bit. But after I heard it,
it's
I was
tough.
like, dang, I ain't gonna lie, I listened to that song at least about 10 times, man, already.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate it, man. It's tough, and it wasn't anything I was proud of, dog. Like that's how you know I am a songwriter because I didn't do it because I was trying to. Like I literally talk about crying myself to sleep in a song. I mean that obviously
Yeah.
isn't something. bragging about as a man, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's something, and I love what Seth did with it because then when he sings his part of the hook, he said, "Drinking myself sleep," and I was like, "Damn, I should have said," but I said what was on my mind, and I think it worked the yin to the yang kind of shit because I'm talking about more being sad. He's talking about more like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just drink the shit, drink these feelings
Hey,
away," and
hey, for real,
I
I
ain't
ain't gonna lie.
got time
I done
neither,
had
but
plenty nights like that. I done had plenty nights like that.
yeah. I say I could have gotten away with saying that because that would have been the damn fucking truth too. Yeah, that ended up being the biggest song I've ever done. I mean, I did another big song though on that Target Practice album, the first record I ever or the first album I ever did that made some noise, but it didn't make no noise like Heartbroken, man. Shout out to Seth Anthony. That's my brother right there. He's a good dude, man. Learned a lot from him, and I continue to learn from him every time I'm around him.
Oh yeah. Hey,
I get in
Steph,
the
man.
studio.
Steph, we need you to come chill and vibe, man.
Yeah, reach out to him. Reach
Yeah.
out.
Hey, man. So I see, you know what I'm saying? How was that experience holding a big shark? I see you be out there on the waters, man, down there in Tampa. What
Yeah,
was that experience like?
shit. I forgot we were even fishing for the damn shark. My grandpa had came into town, and it'd been a while since he'd been to Florida. I mean, he'll come to like Panama or Pensacola. I forget which one it is. He'll go up in the Panhandle because we got family there too. But it's been a while since he came all the way down to like the Tampa area. So he was coming with my little cousin and his girlfriend, and I got a little family on the way now. And it was cool, man. It was a cool little trip. And I said, "Fuck it, man. Let's go fishing." My boy, my boy Swindle, he got his own, you know, charter business and everything like that. And he gave us a deal, and so I took my grandpa out, and my grandpa's used to fishing in Indiana, so it's more like lakes and rivers, more like catfish, shit like that. You're gonna catch like he's been fishing down here. Don't get me wrong, but I think it had been a minute. So we were more looking for like snook, shit like that. And then all of a sudden, we start catching some ladyfish. We chopping them up, put them on the hook. My boy Stevie was throwing them out there. He's on a big ass reel, so he's like, "Yo, this is to catch a shark." I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind catching a shark because the shark could be good eating. It could just be a good fight. It could be a good fight to catch them, you know." I mean, like I said, we ended up catching shit. We caught a bunch of snook in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, the damn thing starts going off. Like I said, I forgot the damn reel was even above us, and Steve was like, "Who wants it? You want it?" I was like, "Grandpa, you want it?" He said, "Nah, you got it." So the first one got off, and yeah, so the first one got off, and then we started catching a bunch of Spanish mackerel. That's what we ended up really eating. We was catching Spanish mackerel, good eating. And so then we're just sitting there once again. I think one of us caught a ladyfish, and my buddy Steven, the captain, chopped it up, put a hook, threw it out there. So we're catching like what we're gonna eat for dinner type shit. The mackerel, looking for some snook, and boom, it went off again. And you know when a shark's hungry, that bitch just takes off. I'm like, fuck it, I got this one. And I didn't want to lose it. I lost the last one, and sure enough, it was a big black tip tuna. No, not tuna. Damn it, you gotta cut that one out too, bro. God damn, my bad, bro. But it ended up being a big ass shark, dog. And they're good eating, but my buddy even pointed out. He said, "Yo, this one's pregnant." Blah blah blah. I gotta bleed it out. I was like, nah. Just let's let it back. But we did take some cool ass pictures with it, and I didn't even know
Yeah.
how to hold the fucker because I'm more worried it's gonna turn around and try to bite my ass. He said, "Nah, you just hold it like this and grab the damn, grab his mouth, pull it back." And I mean, in the picture, I look like I know what I'm doing, but you know how it is, man. But you got a good captain on the boat. I got to shout out his link after this. But yeah, he made it look easy, but for a second there, he had to pin it down in the boat. And bro, imagine a big ass shark on like not that big of a boat. You know what I mean? It's three of us. Good. We didn't want. You don't really want a big ass boat neither at the same time. But when a shark's on it, flipping around and shit. But luckily, we had him on there, and he knew exactly what needed to be done. And my grandpa was just stoked, and I could tell he was like, "This is badass." And he fight with it because it's a battle. I mean, I've caught tarpon before too, and shit, you got to fight with them 45 minutes sometimes, even longer. It depends how big they are.
Damn.
Yeah, it was dope, man. I kind of wanted to keep it, but knowing that it was pregnant and all that, we had to sit there and bleed it out. I was like, nah, fuck that. Let it back in the water.
Yeah. So, hey, who you would like to do a collab with in the future?
Man, I'm weird, dog. I'm a weird artist, bro. Like people ask me that kind of stuff all the time, and it's hard for me to even answer the question, dog, because I don't really listen to a lot of other artists. I listen to like old school classic rock, old school Skinner, old school country, old school rap, southern rap. I don't really listen to much new shit unless my girl's playing some shit, unless my homeboy's playing some shit, unless my cousin sends me something and says, "Yo, you got to check this song out. You got to check this song out." Like besides that, I don't really like jam up like new shit. I stick to my because you know what the problem is with me. If I jam like Yellow Wolf, I love Yellow Wolf. You know what I mean? But if I sit there and jam Yellow Wolf all week, what do you think I'm gonna sound like when I get in the studio? I'm gonna sound like Yellow Wolf because I've been spitting his shit all at work. Just that's what I listen to on the way to work. That's what I listen to on the way home. But same thing with Jelly Rolls. I'm not even trying to up church. Like I love these artists. I'm big fans of them, but even if you hit me with like, oh, what's your favorite album of theirs? Like I'd probably be like don't get me wrong, I know some, I know my shit, but I don't really listen to a lot of other music, dog, because it affects my writing. I honestly stick to my guns, man. I just stick to what I know, and that's it. As long as the production, the beats are there, I have an idea of what I want to say. And like I said, I give other artists respect. I'm personally friends with a lot of other country rap artists. It ain't even got to do with just country rap, but and once again, not even just rap singers. I got a lot of people that I'm tied to that I'm cool with, but I don't really bump other people's shit often. It might sound kind of selfish. It might sound fucked up. I don't know, but I'm just being honest. So when you ask who would I want as a collab, I mean, shit, I would love Yellow Wolf to be a collab on something I'm working on. At the same time, a record that I would love somebody else like a fucking Memphis rapper to jump on or something like that. So I'm a very indecisive person. It's tough for me to answer them kind of questions. But as far as like just artists I like, there's a handful of them. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, even I like even stay local. There's a lot of artists right here in Florida that I fuck with heavy. But I haven't done a big feature in a while. It's something I got in the works. I got my eyes on a few artists. Seth Anthony, me and him been working on something, and you know, we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. Might have to hit about
Since
some
you're in Florida, I gotta ask you, man, who's your favorite Florida artist? I put you on the hot seat now.
Florida artists as
All
as a
around.
rapper.
All around.
Shit,
It could be country, it could be rap, it could be a singer, R&B.
damn. Yeah, yeah, you did put me in the hot seat there. That's tough, man. Going back to that same question you just asked, like I don't really listen to a lot of the artists, so I got my handful of homeboys and colleagues, I'd call them, that I'm cool with. That I listen to their shit, they listen to my shit. We give each other opinions. Man, I'm just doing my own damn thing, bro. So it's tough to say this person is my favorite. You asking about just a Florida artist? Yeah, that one tough. Shit. I'd have to think about that, bro. Like I said,
Hey,
I'm indecisive. But you got me
hey,
stuck.
hey, why you think about that though? I got another question.
All right, shoot.
The most memorable bar fight, if you had any.
I've had a lot of bar fights, dog. Memorable one?
Yeah.
Most memorable bar fight. Man, I'm in a lot of fucking bar fights, though. I'm still banned from a lot of bars around here. Right down the street, I'm not allowed to go to some of these bars. Damn, that brought up a memory right there. Yeah, I got into a good one time, man. I've gotten into a handful of them, actually. We shut one bar down. They was, it was beer pong night. They was trying to jump on my dog, and he hit me up. He's like, "Man, I'm up here beer pong night. These boys keep fucking with me." I'm like, all right, we gonna pull up. So me and my buddy pulled up there, and sure enough, they was fucking with my dog. And we started shooting pong with them. They started fucking with us, talking shit. Told me, "Oh, I'm gonna throw this pong ball at you. I'm gonna do that." I said, "Come on, come on, do it." And I forgot what was said, but when he said it, I said, "Bitch, you ain't gonna do shit. Bring your ass over here and get knocked the fuck out." Sure enough, buddy ran over like he wanted some. I caught him, caught his ass, dropped him, hit the pong table, lifted the whole thing up, and flipped over so all the pong balls and cups and water flew. I chased Buddy down because I hit him. He hit the ground. Tough ass fucking hit, man. He kept running. Sure enough, and turned him over on the fucking steps, popping his ass the whole time. He had like 3 or 4 cats. My 2 homeboys are fucking taking care of business over there. And we ended up just fucking destroying the goddamn outside patio. I mean, this is just one. Now I'm thinking about other ones, but dude, we wrecked shit, man, and it was bad. My homeboy ended up doing some tomahawk fucking punch over the bouncer and caught Buddy in his nose. His tissue flew out of his nose. It was bad. It was kind of fucking gross. I never seen no shit like that. But they're cool at that part. They only got for like 2 weeks, and they said it was allowed back. But I heard them boys were tough. I heard the kid put tape over his nose. They sat there and shot pong all night. So I mean, around here it's. I mean, we've had some shit where we clean them up, knock them out in the fucking parking lot. We have some shit where it ends a little differently too. But yeah, man, I'm getting older now too, so I gotta like think about it before people invite me out. Like, man, I don't know if I want to go out tonight. Have to teach these gym lessons, but I get older, they stay younger. But nah, but man, I don't know. The damn Florida artist got me stumped, man. There's some big artists I really want to work with, but honestly, like Seth Anthony, working with him was a blessing. The man could sing his ass off, and like I said, just being able to sit there and learn from him is dope as fuck, man. And I keep a real tight circle, bro. To be honest with you, I'm cool with everybody. If you comment on my shit, I always comment back, or I try to. I'm not at all in any way a stuck up artist. I'm friendly as hell, but I do keep a very tight circle, and I don't really listen to that many artists, bro. To be honest with you, I listen to more old school shit, and I just stick to what I know. So it's hard for me to say. I mean, it's very hard for me to say. It'd probably be an artist that you wouldn't even expect, but yeah, man, I had to retire a little bit, man. I gotten wrapped up in a little trouble a little while ago. I ain't even gonna get into that, but I couldn't go out to the bars, so the bar fighting took a rest. And my girl, I got a good girlfriend, man. She be help me out, keep me on the straight and narrow. So it's good, bro. Getting older, you know what I mean? And hey, what a time to be alive, man. 34, making music.
Oh
I
yeah.
love it. I can't complain, dog. I'm blessed. I've been through some bad shit, though. I've been through some bad car accidents. I've been fucking jumped. I've had a bottle cracked on my fucking head. Like I said, in a car accident, I got ejected out of a car, a Jeep, 35 feet, shattered my fucking jaw, had my jaw wired shut, broke my lower back. My homeboy was driving. He died in that motherfucker. Rest in peace, Tyler Clark. You know what I mean? Got him tapped. Like, yeah, been through a lot of shit, dog. And when you get older, you start feeling them aches. Oh, damn, I am getting older. It just makes you just sometimes just want to fucking sit back and chill. And if working on music is what I'm doing, let's do it. You know what I mean? So I get comfortable in here. I like sitting in the studio and just catching the vibe. But damn, you gonna make me do some homework now. I gotta look up some dope ass Florida artists because I got some artists, but you said Florida artists, so I got Florida artists. Like, go ahead.
If somebody want to listen to your music, how can they do that? What can they follow you on?
All platforms, yeah. Country Cody on all platforms. Whether you like Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit. You can catch me on TikTok. I mean, whatever. YouTube, obviously, I shoot videos left and right, man. I just got a video back. I'm about to drop. I got 2 other videos in the works, getting edited right now. We stay shooting videos, so my YouTube channel's doing pretty good. But what I'm trying to do is just keep it going, stay consistent. I don't want a new fan coming in and saying, "Damn, this dude ain't doing shit. He don't drop no new music. He don't do nothing." So my goal is just keep putting out new music. It might be different. I might be singing on one record. I might be rapping on another. I might be featured on a different track, whatever. But just look up Country Cody on whatever platform or whatever it is however you like listening to music. Even if it's YouTube, um, just type in Country Cody and see what pops up because I always got records on there. And if you check out my personal page, which we could probably put a link in here or something like that, I got a shit ton of videos. I probably got about 60 songs out there right now. That's not counting all the features and stuff like that. So one thing we try to do is stay busy around here. And I keep trying to put out content. That's like a goal of mine, you know.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
Hey, Country Cody, what advice would you give to a young artist want to get into the game?
well, a young artist that wants to get into the game, first you really got to stop and think about this shit. Is this what you want to do? Are you gonna take it serious? Are you gonna keep this shit going? Is this something you're trying to just do to impress a chick and impress some of your homeboys, or is it something you really want to fucking do for life? Because this is a commitment. This isn't something you just do for a few weeks. Don't get me wrong. People get lucky. People put out some shit and blow up. But if you really want to be about this shit and you really want to be a musician, you want to be an artist, you want to be a rapper, singer, whatever it is you want to be, you need to take a look in the mirror and make sure this is what you want to do, because there's a line, you know, and some of them on that side of the line, some on this side of the line, and people know what the fuck I'm talking about when that is said. And once you know that, you know, it's different, man. This shit gets lonely sometimes, man. You know what I mean? Sitting there working on music all the fucking time, bro. Like, I'm not out at the bars all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I used to do that. I used to be at the bars all the time, and guess what? I didn't put out that much music. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying to you earlier. I wish I took it more serious when I was younger. But I was out just chasing tail, going to the bars and just doing whatever. And I wish the hell I would have just sat in the studio and worked. But you can't, you know, you go with what's up here and what you're doing. And now I'm a little older, and I'm just happy as hell that I'm here, I'm living, I'm breathing, and I can just sit here and vibe and work on music and create so much different styles and sounds that people can relate to. So I guess what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you're a young, aspiring artist, are you ready to work? Because if you ain't, then don't even fucking do it, dog. Don't even do it. If you want to just cut a record and try to put it on TikTok and do whatever, do it, man. Go ahead, that's cool. If you want to actually refer to yourself as an artist, like a musician, like you do this shit for real, get ready to put in the work. And if you ain't, then it might not be for you. You know, you might just be a normal person doing a 9 to 5 job. Like, that's what most people do, man. I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of people out there doing music that work 9 to 5, just like I do. I mean, I have goals, obviously. You know, I mean, I'm just, I'm dropping music left and right. So to get over that and to be able to just work on music and make that your living, you got to put in work. So that's one thing I'd say. Just make sure you're ready to work and take this shit serious. I mean, so that's I guess the best advice I could give.
That's what's up, Cody, man. Man, Cody, Country Cody, I appreciate you for coming chilling and vibe, man. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
Chilling and vibing, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Hey, appreciate
Yes,
you, man.
sir. Oh, no problem, dog. Appreciate you having me on here.